Hi, my name is Sergio of explicitlyintense.com, and we have here with us today Gus G of Firewind regarding their new album, Few Against Many. I think it's one of their best records to date. And how you doing today, Gus?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Hey, doing wonderful. Well, let's get into the interview, and I wanted to ask you, okay, now this album rocks. I love the record, and
Thank you.
and I wanted to ask you, considering you spent quite some time working on the new album, Few Against Many, so what elements musically and vocally make this record so organic?
I think the key elements for this album was heaviness and groove. That's the two elements that I thought should be brought a bit more to the front line, and that's what we did.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Since you're also playing guitars for Ozzy Osbourne's band, where do you find the time to come up with such great musical ideas found on this album?
Well, I mean, what I do is I play guitar and I create music, so I felt inspired during the tour. So during a lot of the off days or in the hotels, I just came up with a lot of riffs, and at some point eventually I just sat down and did a lot of new demos, and that's how most of the material is shaped up.
Wow, okay. That's interesting. What's one aspect you love about the new CD, and why?
I really love the production. I think the guys at Audio Hammer did a great job.
So you definitely feel this is your best produced album to date, then?
I think so, yeah. It's the one that has actually, we put a lot of hard work into the small details, and that really made a difference,
Right. Okay.
I guess maybe it's more about the band, really. That's what it is. Kind of like the band against the world, really kind of like, fighting for a better future and kind of like to prove ourselves.
Right. And I know you also mentioned something about in your bio regarding the situations in Greece. So the other parts of the question actually relate to that. I wanted to ask you, how has all of these economic crises affected your professional and personal life, being professional musicians from Greece,
Well, we don't really work that much here. We tour around the world, and we make our money, whether it is Japan or Germany or the United States or whatever, or England. So, I mean, the economic crisis is everywhere, not only in Greece. So, I mean, it's true. Not, ticket sales are hurting, or album sales, or festivals, and the promoters, and everybody has had to take a cut the last couple of years. But we're fortunate that we still can make it. Then we can still have the opportunity to travel around the world and play our music. So we're grateful for that.
What is it like getting proper concerts arranged in Greece due to all these problems out there right now? Can you find good, reliable promoters to actually work with the band and stuff like that, or what?
Well, we work with the same promoter here that we've worked for the last few years, and we have a really good relationship. And yeah, I mean, it's not like we have any problems to get shows here, especially, if you're from this country and you know the market better. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I understand you have a new drummer in the band?
Yep, his name's Joe.
Joe, yeah. So how is he? How is he? Injected new momentum within the band and his playing style. How has it affected Firewind's style and sound?
Yeah, he brought a lot of new energy. He's a young guy, and he's an amazing player. His technical skills are insane, and he really grew. So he brought definitely great new energy to the band.
Wow. Okay. Sounds good. I noticed drumming wise, I think this new album. I love the drums. I think it's much more groove driven too on the new album.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so the next few questions I wanted to ask you regarding guitar players that are aspiring to be where you're at, become professional guitar players in the future. So what I wanted to ask you was, what sort of picking techniques do you use on the most throughout your playing in Few Against Many?
Hold on a second, please. Hold on.
Hmm?
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Okay. My question was, what sort of picking techniques do you use the most throughout your playing in Few Against Many?
I use a combination of alternate picking and legato, mainly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And as far as keeping track what is played where and how within your songs, do you memorize your arrangements or play based on feeling and just knowing the song parts?
Yeah, well, I mean, I improvise to get the, to come up with the parts, really, when it comes to soloing. I improvise, and then I kind of like piece it together, and then that's how I create the solo.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't memorize everything that you've written in your song. You pretty much play based on just kind of with the feeling then that you
Yeah,
have.
but at the end, my solos sound worked out. It's not like it's all improvising stuff, you know. I very rarely do like first takes on the album, but I like my solos to sound. They're I want them to sound worked out and kind of like a little composition within a composition. So I go for that.
Right. Well, what about just the rhythms and the riffs that you come up with? Do you like memorize those, or do you actually play those based on feeling as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you come up with a riff and you have to remember it. Of course, you can't change the riff.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Sounds good. And wanted to ask you, what sort of effects processors do you use in the studio and in the live setting?
I have the same setup both live and in the studio. It's very simple. It's just my guitar, my ESP guitar, and straight through a Blackstar Series 200 amp, and that's it. That's where my main distortion sound comes from.
Oh, okay. So you don't use any kind of like pedals or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a couple of stomp boxes, like a little overdrive, BBE overdrive to boost the solos, and a wah pedal, and that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. And as a professional guitarist and songwriter, how did you develop your own style of playing and just writing songs, basically?
That's something that takes years to happen. It's not something you can come up with, in just like 6 months or something. You have to really practice hard for many years and really be around and play with a lot of musicians and just get influenced by other people and incorporate all that into your own style. That's what it's all about, really. And it's a matter of time and patience.
Right. So it's definitely something that takes time to develop as you basically go along, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. And I noticed I know all your records. You've had a lot of great melodies and harmonies and a lot of great catchy riffs in here and there. And I've noticed that. And the new album is definitely loaded with all of that. So I wanted to ask you, how important is it for you to have solid and memorable guitar harmonies and riffs within Firewind's music?
It is important for me. I want a riff to be very memorable and very catchy and at the same time heavy, So I always go for that, and I'm very picky about that stuff. And usually if I don't like something, I just throw in the trash can and I don't really touch older material. I always think that I can come up with something better. So I always try for that, and if you go by that, hopefully you'll come up with something good eventually.
Right. So basically, you go through the trial and error method, huh?
Yeah, that's the only way, man. Yeah.
Okay, and this brings us to our last question. What tips would you give to aspiring guitarists and songwriters as far as playing and writing good songs?
Yeah, that's what I said. Just kind of like trial and error. Just try and write as many songs as you can. Record yourself, listen to yourself, and improve your playing. Change what you don't like, change it up, try new stuff, be influenced by other people, but not copy them. Just, get what you like from them and do it, in your own style, in your own way. And just be patient and get a band and try to do a lot of gigs and just get as much experience as possible.
Great. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you in the United States on tour with Firewind. Hopefully, some festivals like Prague Power and all that's out here.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to be back in the fall, so we're working on that right now. So stay tuned for dates to be announced.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else you would love to say to your fans around the world?
That's it. Thank you very much for the support and for checking out the new album.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for your time as well, Gus, and we all wish you all the best on the new album, and definitely hope to see you on tour.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.